it's me, Lumi. Okay, yay! Put Engels and Marx. Engels was over.
Synchro tip $5. Many in chat are gonna shit on Marx because he's la commie, but his actual contribution was saying Hegel's dialectic was retarded because it didn't apply to the real world, and as such is just a bunch of mumbo jumbo. Also his idea of how value was created too.
We'll see. I mean, I will put someone in groundbreaking even if you don't like them. I'm not afraid to groundbreaking someone even if you don't like them.
Foreshadowing is a narrative device.
Engels. Engels. Friedrich Engels. German always funny. Okay, 1820 1895. German philosopher, political theorist. Contributions include dialectical materialism. Instrumental in translating. Oh, translating. That's a word. Hegelian dialectic into materialist framework. While Hegel saw reality as unfolding through idealism, Engels insisted matter is primary and thought is a product of material conditions. In his work, Dialectics of Nature, he argued that natural and social phenomena follow dialectical laws, contradiction, transformation, and development. Kind of weird. Okay, if you have a detrimental tier and Marx isn't in it, then get rid of the tier. Yeah, but like, you have to take it in context of the era. You can't just say Marx is bad in 2025. What if in the 1800s he was very groundbreaking? Sorry, that's what it is. Although Marx formulated the core of historical materialism, Engels played a vital role in popularizing, systemizing the idea of material conditions drive history. Economic conditions drive history. Arguing that changes in productive forces shape social relations. Arguing that changes in productive forces, tools, labor, technology, shape social relations, class institutions, law, which in turn shape ideas. That's true. That's true. Oh, he co-authored the Communist Manifesto. Outlines history as class struggle. Yeah. Origin of the family, private property, state. The family, property, and state are not eternal institutions, but products of economic development. That's true. That is actually true. Marx arguing for the workers never worked one day. The rise. I don't care if he's a hypocrite. Being hypocritical does not disqualify you from being a groundbreaking thinker. Stop memeing it. The state emerged to manage class conflict and protect ruling interests. Yes. Science, nature, philosophy. Engels attempted to extend dialectical materialism to natural sciences. Change and contradiction occur in natural processes like motion. Okay, this is cope. That's cope. That's cope. Popularization of systematization of Marxism. Okay. Edited and published volumes 2 and 3 of Capital from Marx's Notes. I don't know enough of Marx personally. We're not there yet. Okay, I think he's going in derivative. We're putting him in derivative. He sounds a little like he's trying to apply his own belief set to too many things. Too much cope in his I don't know, like too much cope. Too derivative. Okay, we are finally on Marx. I don't think his attempts to make stuff scientific were really stupid. Idea of looking at things as if the state itself emerged from economic conditions is huge. Well, he's not lower, and I would not rate him here because I think Marx probably beats him on that. Sorry, a little derivative. All right, he's a co-author. He's like the fanatic friend guy. He's like he's like a hype man or something. You know, you if you say like the sky is blue, he'll go, yeah, and this is blue too. Yeah, and this is also blue, and this is also blue. Like, you know, like he's kind of like he's just taking it too far, and I think that actually detracts from the point. Anyway, I haven't read it, so I don't actually know. German philosopher, economist, revolutionary thinker, profoundly shaped political philosophy, history, economics, and social theory. Communism is blue, Lumi is blue. Communism is red, comrades. Communism is red. Red, the color of people's blood. Not even a fucking communist. How do you not know this, man? Marx proposed materialist conception of history. Okay, he wrote the Communist Manifesto. Human societies develop primarily through changes in material economic base. Yeah, same thing. Critique of capitalism. Here we go. In his magnum opus, Capital. That's Capital. Marx analyzed capitalism as a historical and exploitative system. Surplus value, workers produce more value than they're paid for. The surplus is appropriated by capitalists as profit. Commodification under capitalism. Not only goods, but also labor, time, and even social relations become commodities. Alienation, workers become estranged from the product of their labor. The labor process, the human potential, each other. You know, the fact that we just talked about the farmers' strike and then people saying that Marx is detrimental when everyone agrees that farmers should be able to own their own land is a little ironic, don't you think? You guys are being a little hypocritical right now. Just saying. You just proved his point. Just so you know. You just proved his point. Philosophy of alienation. Economic and philosophic manuscripts of 1844. Capitalist society. Individuals are alienated from their essence because labor is controlled by others. Labor, which should be a form of creative self-expression. becomes a form of coercion and objectification. Blech, gross. Dialectical materialism, in collaboration with Engels, Marx adopted Hegel's dialectical method. Yeah, whatever, we already read that one. Revolutionary theory, emphasize praxis, the unity of theory and practice. Philosophers have interpreted the world, but the point is to change it. True philosophy must lead to emancipatory action, not abstract speculation. He viewed the working class, the prole, as the historical agent capable of overthrowing capital. Okay. Critique of ideology. Analyze ideology as a tool of ruling class dominance. Dominant ideas in any area are those of the ruling. Sorry, it is what it is. It is what it is. Sorry, it is what it is. Sorry. Boo! What? Why is this rage bait? Why is it rage bait? That is a new thought. He was pro-big government, which means he's also pro-big corp by proxy. I don't care. Big thought equals groundbreaking. It doesn't matter if it's negative. I do not care. I do not care. He is groundbreaking. It's completely fair. No, I don't care. Detrimental is groundbreaking in a bad way, man. I think in the context of this tier list, we're not saying good versus evil. You can't moral it. You can't be a moral friend, okay? Morals do not have a place in philosophy. Thought isn't inherently evil. You can't bring morals into this. Detrimental means taking away from philosophy as a whole, not taking away from humanity as a whole. That's not what detrimental is. Evil is the Reddit section. There's no morals in thought. You cannot have morals in thought. It's like saying science is evil. Fuck you. Morals are philosophy. No, it's not. No, it's not. To think is not. You do not need to be good or evil with thought. No. I don't care. No. Groundbreaking. No. I'm putting him up there. I don't care. You didn't like Maestro because he wants absolute monarchy and theocracy. Because he's fucking stupid. I don't like him because he's fucking stupid. He's just being intentionally obtuse. Being obtuse and not playing devil's advocate is stupidity, man. That's stupidity. That's not groundbreaking because he wants to return to monarchy. No, that's fucking straight up detriment. Shut up. Marx isn't. No, I don't care. Morals is pretty much all that's left of philosophy. The problem with this is that you destroy the concept of good and bad philosophy. All that matters then is popularity and consensus, manufactured or no. How is this popularity? You guys are non-stop shitting on him. What? How is this a popularity thing when all you guys do is shit on Karl Marx? How is this a popularity thing? What, I take the most fucking hated philosopher and put him out there for rage bait? I think his concepts were very new and groundbreaking. It doesn't matter that it's bad. No, man. He might be less stupid than people think if you could express. That's why we're doing this, man. He literally had cults. So what? Who cares? Do you even know your audience? Of course we don't like him. I don't like him. What the fuck? I literally read what he said and went, ew. What are you talking about? I literally read his shit and said, ew, gross. It's controlled by others. Labor, which should be a form of creative self-expression, becomes a form of coercion and objectification. Blech, gross. Dialectical materialism, as the historical agent capable of overthrowing capital. Okay. What? Why do you have a detrimental category? I think this takes away from philosophy. I think his weird monarchist beliefs actually detract from, take away from philosophy as a whole. As a practice, it's anti-progress. It's the opposite of progress, you know? I wish I had this kind of conversation with people. Thanks, I'm having fun. I don't like him and I haven't said a thing that's negative.
Pipcun PhD.
Oh, not you.
CCM. Tipped $10. Then what of moral philosophies of Locke and Hobbes?
Hobbes is here and Locke is here. He's a state flunky. What a banned philosophers. I don't really care because I only am valuing his contributions to philosophy. Why does it matter who he was when he contributed to whatever? His contributions matter more than who he was. What's the definition of detrimental? Anti-progress. It's different. Why are you talking about him not being anti-progress? What? How is he anti-progress? Is he anti-progress? How is he anti-progress? Tell me how he's anti-progress. Progress towards diversification of thought. Wait, what's the word?
Zulkas tipped
Progress
$5.
Towards
Marx never wrote a
epistemology.
thing on capitalism, which was supposed to be his third work.
Oh, really?
Just because a philosopher breaks ground, it doesn't change that his works are detrimental, which for Marx it absolutely absolutely was.
It's a meta tier list. It's a meta tier list. It's not a tier list for the progression of society. It's an epistemology tier list. Is that better? Is that better? Progress towards the understanding of thought, not progress towards a better fucking society. It's an epistemological tier list, okay? And he made progress in diversifying thought. Therefore, he is groundbreaking. You can make an entire philosophical argument on what progress is supposed to be. Progress is just having more thoughts. Then there shouldn't be a detrimental tier. Being for the monarchy and returning to what already exists is the definition of detrimental. He is actively pushing against progress. This guy hates progress, therefore he is detrimental. This person is trying to progress. He might progress in a weird way, but that's progress. Progress just means moving forward. Progress is not positive. By definition, progress is not a fucking positive. Progress is just forward. It's different. It's different, man. He tried to reinvent a wheel. I am correct. Progress is only change in any direction. It's a straight fucking vector, and the vector might go in a direction you don't like, but I'm sorry, movement is movement. Movement is fucking movement. I don't care. Marx wanted to return to primordial soup. Where do you get that in his philosophies, man? Sounds more like regressive. You guys are so biased. You are unable to see past like other fucking shit. You have to put aside your biases. Otherwise, you can't think about this stuff, man. Can you name one idea based off Marx that led to a correct conclusion ever? That it doesn't matter. I'm not thinking about this as a progression of like humans as a whole, okay? I'm correct. Chat's bias is showing. You guys literally can't separate your own belief set from philosophy. I don't think you should be able to study philosophy if you can't fucking suspend bias. You're doing a poor job of acting like a tard with this argument. You should not be allowed to study philosophy if you cannot suspend bias. That's like actually retardation. You shouldn't be allowed to at all. If you can't suspend fucking bias, you can't fucking learn philosophy at all. I'm sorry. That's fucking retarded. I hate to say it because this is a philosophy stream. He did an amazing job in framing new ways of human development. Conclusion sucks. Seeing life as economic rather than political is big. It is big. It is groundbreaking, and it is fucking progress. Sorry, so it's quality rage bait. I am correct. I am correct. And if you can't see it, you might unironically be like room temp IQ. If you cannot see it in some way, if you're not fighting me for a meme right now, you're actually dumb. I don't care. You are actually dumb. Sorry, that's the truth. The minimum bars, can you hypothesize? How would you feel if you didn't have breakfast this morning? Why don't you answer that question instead? How would you feel if you didn't have breakfast this morning? Put your bias aside for 1 second. Groundbreaking is groundbreaking. It doesn't matter in what direction. Maybe ground broke the sky or something. Being removed themselves from the unions went to shit. The engineers cared about the machines they made. Boeing removed themselves from their unions. Oh, I don't care. I don't care what happened in 2020 or onwards. I only care what happened in the 1800s when he was alive. That's why we're doing this in a vaguely chronological order. If I didn't give a shit about chronological order, I would just do fucking philosophers whenever. Whole reason for us putting these guys in like chronological order is to really understand their contributions to philosophy, not to critique their final fucking philosophy. Otherwise, yeah, most of these beginning guys fucking suck because they don't even, like, some of these beginning guys were completely wrong. I won't deny he broke ground, especially seeing how many tards regurgitated stupidity to this day. I don't like him. You're confusing personal bias with actual philosophy. I'm not arguing with you guys anymore. You're so dumb. Here's the rage bait. Here was the true rage bait all along. We found it, chat. Marx is groundbreaking. End of argument. Chat is a brick wall. All right, we're on Schopenhauer. Just remove the detrimental tier. No, it's anti-progress. You shouldn't be able to say, like, you can't critique something and then be like, yeah, we should have just never changed anything. Progress is progress. Progress is progress, man. Marx makes good content, at least. Marx tier, regressist. That's not a word. Regressive. Okay, that's good. Okay, regressive because people are confusing morals for philosophy. Don't fucking confuse morals for philosophy, okay? They're not the same. Ethics and philosophy are not the same thing. I can't believe I just said that. Oh my god, I sound like such a nerd.
Enzo tipped $5.
Like
you put Edmund Burke, an icon of right-wing thought, as derivative, and Karl Marx as groundbreaking. Just admit you're a left-wing liberal already, Lumi.
I am absolutely
Chat, just
not.
wait till she gets to Roger Scruton.
I am absolutely
She'll say he just
not.
talks about architecture.
You're confusing politics for philosophy, though. I'm absolutely not. But you can't just put that. That is so intentionally obtuse. This is why you can't argue politics on the internet. You can't say one thing. You can't be like, oh yeah, you know, Marx sucked, but he did contribute a lot to, like, communist thought. You know, you can't even say that without people going, yeah, well, you're fucking whatever. That's so annoying. That's so fucking stupid. The internet chat is so stupid. Just so chat doesn't get their torches and pitchforks, can you please clarify? We are distinguishing between personal ethics versus the study of ethics when you said philosophy has nothing to do with ethics. I'm only doing a tier list in relation to philosophy as a whole, not on a personal, political, or current basis. Does that make it better? Is that better? Is it better? I thought you learned from your parents, but you're not Lumi, you're Kami. Don't take the bait. I'm not gonna bite. I'm not biting it. I'm not gonna bite it. I'm not gonna bite it. I'm not gonna. Don't bite it. Don't bite it. Don't bite it. Don't bite it. I'm not biting. I'm not biting it. I'm not gonna bite it. Oh, that is so mean. That is so mean. Oh my god. Oh my god. That is so mean, man. Oh, that is so mean. You can't say that to someone who escaped communism. That is so upsetting. That is so. I think people forget, man. I think people forget. Ooh, we're gonna have a kickboxing fight in the next phase con for philosophy students. You didn't escape communism, you baby. I think I was brought up very anti-communist. I was brought up very anti-communist. I was brought up very anti-communist. You can't call me that, man. Maybe take morality out of it. Maybe take the idea of good and evil out of the entire tier list. Good and evil do not exist here in the meta philosophy tier list. Is that better? Is that a better definition? Neither good nor bad. We are not talking about good or evil. Inherent goodness does not exist. Let me just change the title of the stream. We are literally studying the advancement of ideas. He advanced ideas. That's the bottom line. Good and evil are important for philosophical ideas, so you cap the actual thought. I think you have to. This is a tier list, though. Like, if we were studying each philosopher in depth, understanding their scope and reasoning and their impact on the world, then you can bring morals into this and good and evil and progress towards like a betterment of society. But when you are fucking judging a tier list, you cannot take that into account. You can't do that, man. You can't do that. It's a tier list. We're not studying each fucking philosopher and what they did for the world. It's a tier list. It's within philosophy. Marx defined scarcity is of value. The critique used in social sciences of worth, but people who study him are clueless on how goods get made. I don't like him, okay? I don't like him, but progress is progress. Stop arguing with me. Twitter's law. Nobody who cites Marx has actually read him. Stop arguing with me. Right. Fine. I feel like people try to like gotcha me by saying a lot of philosophers would hate me, or I live by stuff that I would like be fucking enslaved or something. You know, I know that, right? Like, I don't know why it's a gotcha. Like, oh, Lumi, by your own belief sets, you would be whatever, like a fucking whatever. Yeah, good. Sure, I don't care. I don't care. I know. So what? I'm unironically cool with that. I think the perfect society is an anthill. I do. Logical consistency is a rare trait. I understand the consequences of my own belief set. And if I lived under the regime of what I actually believed in, I would probably get a lot less. But it would probably be better for society as a whole, or at least humanity as a whole. There's a difference between humanity as a whole and society as a whole. So maybe society is worse off, but humanity is better off. It's different, man. Everybody, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Low Effort Clips. That's right, Low Effort Clips, right here on YouTube.com. Yeah, and hit the notification bell. Yeah.